Hi, this is Lance Snow with Get Out Together. Today I'm in Allison Park, Pennsylvania, just north of Pittsburgh at North Park, and I'm here with Kendall Hannan with Go Ape North Park. She's the manager of this Go Ape facility, and she's been nice enough to join me here today on this 4th of July to talk about Go Ape and the adventure in the trees.
Yep.
Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem.
So my first question is, when most people look at the Go Ape experience, they think of ziplining and only ziplining.
Yep.
But it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
I just recently did it, and I was surprised, pleasantly surprised of the experience itself. So tell me a little bit about it. It's more than just ziplining.
Yeah, absolutely. I always try to tell people it's a tree top adventure course. You're here because you're going to be up in the trees, and there's obstacles, there's cargo nets, there's probably 35 different crossings that you're going to go through. There's twisty bridges that you walk on and you kind of fall off. There are extreme ways to go, easy ways to go. The cargo net is one of the extreme ways because you're having about a 4-foot drop, and it gets people, and they're kind of scared of it sometimes. So yeah, it's a little bit intense, but that's definitely my favorite part. So yeah, people come and they think that they're going to be riding a zip line, and they leave having loved the obstacles more than a zip line. So
yeah, it's definitely so. If you've never gone through the course, once you're up there until you get to the zip line, and that's the grand finale of each section of the course is you zip line out of the trees. And I kind of giggle when you said, there's some twists in it, and then the cargo net. The word I used when I was way up there was unnerving.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is intense. It's and then unnerving in a good way. It definitely gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Do you find that a lot of people are attracted to it because of that? Or is it a nice mix?
Yeah, there's a good mix. There's honestly people that come and they think that the course is too scary and too hard, and there's people that come that they're CrossFit people and they want the course to be more challenging and scarier. But I think we kind of hit the midline of people who come, and it does challenge them, and it does kind of push them past their comfort zone a little bit, but in a good way, and they end up enjoying it and being really proud of themselves once they get off the course.
Yeah, definitely something I did was pat myself on the back, and I've done some rope stuff before and rappelling, but this was completely different than my experience in the past. And a couple things that I did notice about it is safe. So let's talk about safety first, because everyone's like, wow, you're way up in the trees. 40 feet, I think, is the highest of this course. What about safety? I know it's a consideration.
Yeah, safety is our #1 priority. At Go Ape, every single morning our instructors are out there on the course before any guest gets on there. We make sure that there's no limbs that are going to be falling. We check every platform, every crossing. We go through it just like a guest would and make sure that it's going to be operable for the day. And then each month we also go through, and it's a really in-depth process. We check every nut and bolt, basically, making sure that everything's fine. There's nothing that needs to be fixed right away. And if there are things that need to be fixed, just a few weeks ago we actually had to shut down Site 2 just because the platform was pretty wobbly, and it wasn't unsafe, but it wasn't good for the guests to go on, and they were a little bit scared. So we had to shut it down, and we got people out here right away to fix it. So it's just something that is on our mind every day. We safety brief check our instructors every single month to make sure that they're giving the guests the correct information. So everything that we do is revolved around safety.
Yeah, I noticed when I was here that they were very thorough. The instructors were very thorough in training everybody and instructing everybody, and I thought that was great. And even there's a little practice section, so you can get used to your equipment and when you're not even up in the air. So I like that because it is intense when you're up there, and
absolutely.
You need to get used to your equipment before you do that. So that was something I definitely appreciated.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people that are a little bit nervous is it's good because first you're practicing on the ground, and then you're just 5 feet up, so you can kind of get that the nervous feeling out, and you can trust the equipment and learn that if you follow the rules and you stay connected, that you're going to have fun and be safe. So.
And you're never unconnected. You have to clip and clip, but once you've got that down on the practice course, it's pretty easy. Yeah,
you're a pro by the time you get off. So.
And what I also like about it is if you do have any fear of heights. Now, #1, the instructors are very encouraging. I felt that the instructors that were around when I was there, they were very attentive, and they were looking for those people that may have a little fear of heights, just to help coach them through things. But I felt that once we got used to the equipment, it was good. It was a better experience. And then I also feel like the course. So if you're afraid of heights, the course will actually help you focus on being in the moment and actually going through the course and focus on what you're doing rather than
Yeah.
how high you are or,
Right.
or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't have a ton of time to just look down and think, oh, I'm 40 feet in the air. It's you're concentrating on your safety, you're concentrating on what you've learned. There's a lot of things to look at. There's signs to remind you of what to do. Obviously, the obstacles kind of challenge you and make you think about how to do things correctly and what's the easiest way to get through, things like that. So, yeah, it's easy to not focus on the height and just kind of focus on, like you said, being in the moment.
Yeah, it was just it was nice. It was your mind doesn't wander. It was just nice to be there and go through it and do it.
Yeah.
So that's the course and going through it. Now, in terms of weather, I mean, when I woke up, it was overcast and rainy, and then now the sun is coming out. I think we're gonna have a great day.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great day for business. But in terms of the course itself for weather, what are there any weather restrictions?
Yeah, so if it's thunder and lightning, it's just like a pool. We have to clear out for 30 minutes, and then if it's 30 minutes clear of noise and lightning, then we can have people go back up on the course. And usually that's what happens. There's just a quick storm and it rolls through. Pittsburgh is a little bit of a challenge. The weather is a little bipolar, and it's been kind of rocky the past few days. But yeah, sometimes it's fun to go out in the rain and people enjoy it, and it kind of adds a challenge to the rest of the course. So.
Yeah, it would be a little bit extra challenging. And when I went, it was very hot, but up in the trees, it was not so hot. It was very comfortable.
Yeah, it's really shady out there too, so it's nice.
Yeah, as you can imagine, it would be nice and shady up in the trees.
Yeah.
And then seasonal. So obviously summer, spring, fall.
Yeah, so our season technically is from mid-March to mid-December. Obviously, different areas, kind of bring different surprises. So if it's snowing and icy, we can't have the course open just because the zip lines can be pretty dangerous as far as, ice covering them and go really fast. But as long as it's just cold, then we can still have people out. You just have to layer up and wear gloves, and you're good to go.
Now, I imagine the different seasons bring a different experience, especially for this location, since Pittsburgh we have a lot of seasons.
Yep.
And I know my wife and I, we're definitely going to come back in the fall because of the trees and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's another draw that I can see just in having done this myself and being in the area that it is, North Park. The different seasons, you get to see the trees blooming and the flowers blooming in the spring, and then the heart of summer here with all the green, and then fall, the colors. So
yeah, it's going to be pretty.
That's definitely another draw. You get to soak in some stuff while you're up there too. So in terms of location, so this is North Park, and then on the website there's several other different locations in the U.S. and I believe there's some locations even in the U.K. That may be affiliated. In fact, when I posted some photos of my experience, a friend over in the UK was like, "Hey, I went to the Go Ape facility out here."
Cool.
I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess my message is just check the website, find the Go Ape location that's nearest to you, and check them out. They're spread out pretty spread out through the country.
Yeah. So we're kind of Midwest, East Coast a little bit focused right now, just because the owners are based out of DC. So there's one in Rockville, Maryland, and then there's one in Freedom Park, Virginia, Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri. There's one in Lumps Pond in Delaware, and that's it for the U.S. We are expanding pretty rapidly, so they're going to be everywhere in the U.S. hopefully soon. And like you said, in the U.K. they have 30 locations there, and it's a small area, so there's everywhere there.
Great.
Yeah.
So look at is it GoApe? It's GoApe.com?
GoApe.com, yep.
Go to GoApe.com and just search for the location nearest to you and check them out. And if you want to, this is me being kind of a little bit of a techie, I love the fact that you can just register online.
Yeah.
So you can just set up, get your reservations, you know how many spaces are open, you can just manage your whole registration that way. And then they have all the information you need as far as what to wear, because on pine trees it gets a little sticky up there. It might stick to your clothes, stick to your hair. So they have recommendations of what to wear and just information about weather and what to expect. So
absolutely.
So Kendall, thank you so much for joining me today. I enjoyed my experience, and I definitely wanted to talk about it and take it to the viewers and let everyone know about Go Ape and all the great things that you have to offer.
Awesome. Yeah, come visit us, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.